Yeah, and he just pulls him straight back. He tries to throw a leg in. Have him crash. Get tight. Keep everything tight, elbows in. Okay? We end up in the same position, except I've already got my hips out. I just post. Okay? So you might see it from there also. But once you're here, and you're in this position, it's important that you crash to a side. You get your chest low. And I see, I didn't instantly got 2/1. Just because it's repetition. Anytime you're here, doesn't matter which side you do, it's the same thing. I'm fighting to get 2 legs over his one. I'm fighting hard. I do not want my chest big here, because I will get pulled back. Here, chest low, 2/1. Straighten, straighten, post, back into, back into. Okay, you want a hand turk? You can go here. Okay, then you can step over. You can go regular turk. You can get a hand turk here. Okay, reach back. There's lots of things. You just got to prepare your kid to be able to wrestle once they get their hips out here. Once I get my hips out, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle here. It's going to be a battle. We might end up here. He might get a lock. Whatever it is.
You switching your hips that way just to keep pressuring him?
Yeah, because if I keep this same hip down, once I get out, I'm here. Come on, Baxter. And I get my hips out, and I stay to this side, okay, he can just crash me here. He can just crash me and I'm back. I gotta get to my far hip to get separation from his hips, okay? So I can keep weight back into him here. Now, and I can battle back into him. Try it?
Yeah.
I don't even know if you've covered this, have you? Good. Good to learn. Okay, so I got him here. What's the first thing you do?
2/1.
Nope, I'm gonna pull you right back.
Oh, chest low.
Okay? So, here. Hard, it's gotta be hard. You gotta go chest down, post, off your elbow. You don't wanna be on your elbow here. Anytime you're on your elbow, I'm just gonna crash you over it. Okay? You gotta get forward here. Okay? That's the position you want. You want to grab the top of the shoe. Good. Okay? Now straighten that bottom leg. Yeah. Okay? Now, would you reach back and pop and get to this hip? Okay? Now it's a battle here. I'm going to try to pull you back. You're okay. You're okay here. Keep wrestling. Good. One more time. 5 minutes. Good. Gary. Okay, so quickly, 2/1, crash to the side. Good, chest down. Get your chest down. Get your arm up here. Good. Straighten that leg. Good. Be ready. Be ready for anything. Good. Good job, Baxter. All right, just got a couple minutes left. Is there anything specific you guys want to see on bottom, or something that you would like to?
Get your thoughts. There's a switch variation where instead of sitting to your butt, you just throw your hips all the way through to the bar hips. How do you feel about that?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like more of a, you're throwing your hips out, you're sitting to the bar hip. Changeover?
so, yeah. So, I mean, that's all good, and there's not necessarily anything wrong with it. But if you're not clearing this arm on your changeover, and you just change over, you leave this arm, I'm just going to run you right over this.
Right.
And then I'm trying to break your arm. I'm going to go here. You know, that's what I'm going to do. If someone doesn't get there, if they don't get this arm cleared and their hips out, I'm going to run them over and I'm going to try to break their arm off.
We've been pretty good at clearing the arm, well, the kids that use it, but when they sit to the far hip, they're almost low, and it's like the guy can just.
Okay, so they're almost, they're almost here?
No, they're not tight, they're throwing their hips completely out of there.
Okay, and are they getting sucked back?
No, they're just kind of. they cross arm,
Uh-huh.
then when they open up, they throw their hips completely out and land to this elbow, and it's like they're almost laying down almost, the elbows.
Okay, so they're going here.
Cross arm, step,
Here,
kind of,
almost.
it's like, little cross arm step, and
Okay.
they're way out here, but the guys up there, you
Yeah.
know, there's a little bit of exposure there.
Yeah.
So,
And are you having problems with that, or?
well, it's just, some of the kids, they probably just need to work on their scrambling, but they're laying there, and sometimes the guys just jump on top.
The bottom
of them.
guy?
The top guy.
Okay. You having problems?
Remember how I was laying down?
Yeah.
Well, if they don't get out of there quick enough, they just
Okay.
get covered. So
Well,
I was
I
just
mean-
gonna get your thoughts on that technique. If you,
Well, it's just like anything else on top that I always teach is, I want it to put weight on their hands, or I want their hips underneath me, okay? So if he goes long like that, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna put weight on his hands. I'm gonna run my feet and put weight on his hands. Because if I try to sit back here, he's just gonna get long, and he's gonna hip heights down. So that's just a good principle that I felt and I developed in college was, I'm either putting weight on their hands or I'm pulling their hips under. Okay, because at any point, he can't do anything if I got weight on his hands or I got his hips. Okay, so if he gets a long switch, I'm putting weight on his hands. I'm running my feet back on him. Okay, and yeah, you gotta be worried about rolls, but that just comes with wrestling, just constant wrestling. Good question. Anybody else?
You guys have a set defense you work, like if a guy's working a chop breakdown, top.
Okay.
Get
If
flat
someone's
down
hitting the
from
chop on me, there's a couple things I can do. We call it a slap belly stand up, and I'm gonna slap and I'm gonna try to tag him right in between the legs, hard. And I come straight up my body, okay? So I go here, and I get my hand out so I can get my hips out, okay? And I get hand control. Or he goes to chop, and let's say he's on this side, I'm gonna brace hard here, okay? Brace, knee slide, and then come out. We do teach, he's got a good chop. We might get long, and this is something that you got to work on before you just have your kid do it. We might get long so we can get our hips out quick and hit a switch. So we can go quick before he chops. Because if he's got me extended, if he's long here, it's hard for me to get a good chop into it. Okay, so he gets all the way out like this. Okay, and then he just goes long switch, boom, quick. Okay, so we brace, slap belly, tag him in between the legs, straight up, keep everything tight, here. And then long, get long, switch.
If for some reason, you're broke down on the elbow.
The
Flat
most
down.
important key is if they got a wrist or they got an elbow, whatever, get your elbow high. Elbow's gotta go here, okay? It's impossible for him to chop when my elbow's here, to run me over it. Then I just keep fighting, keep my elbow high. Okay, so if Connor's chopping me, I'm gonna get my elbow high. It's the most important. I gotta start fighting hands. Get my elbow high. Get my hands up. That's a good question. Anybody else? Real quick before you guys go downstairs.
On your switch, do you always show them going around and get it on top, or do you go for it? Can you also go to the ankles or something?
Yeah, you can go low. I get here. Okay? Sometimes you're gonna have to fight here. Shelf it, get to your takedown, or you might have to press that. And that's really gonna be solved by putting your kid in those positions and having wrestle. I put Connor here into a switch, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're gonna start wrestling here. Okay? That's where you're gonna get into a lot of your scrambles, and kids are gonna teach themselves how to finish when they get here. If they can't just go around, they're gonna have to drive through me. They're gonna have to finish here. That's probably what it's gonna be like. Is there a question over here?
Off the top guy spiral, you just change over from there?
Oh, he's spiraling?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, he's gonna hit a hard spiral. In a good spiral, they're gonna have all the weight on my hands and all the way forward, okay? Because if he puts his weight, if he hits the spiral and sags back, I'm just gonna stand up. Okay, so I'm gonna change over to my far hip. He hits the spiral, okay? Now here, I wanna get to this hip, okay? Just like my switch here. Now, you see a lot of people, they start fighting this hand right here, okay? Don't worry about the hand. You can fight it if you want, but I want to get my hips out. I want it down. I want it down. Here, I knee slide. I change, and I knee slide. Get my hips out, away from him. Okay, so I change over, far hip, knee slide. I'm here. I don't care if you got this now. Okay, I'm up. I can get out here. I can fight my hands out here. I just want to change over to that far hip and knee slide the same leg that my hips on. My right hip, my knee slide. That knee out. All right, we're gonna head downstairs with Gary Calcagno, our strength coach. I'll introduce him to you guys. So, thanks for having me.